Good day, family. How y'all doing? Just heading back to y'all. Let you know how I've been going down since I got out of that shelter into my new place. I just want to give I want to try to be a guide for people who going through the whole, getting through something similar. I didn't understand that once I got once I got the apartment, I didn't understand there was a whole nother process of actually getting myself used to it. It was a lot of things. I came in here with a lot of fears and doubts that I thought I wasn't gonna come here with. And I would like to be a roadmap to others who are going through the same thing, who had to dig themselves out of a certain hole, and then to finally get that blessing, get that breakthrough, and then it's like you're looking around, you're stuck. The feeling like you never felt this feeling before. You don't know what to do with it. So hopefully, I get to help with that process. Like I said, there was a lot of little things that I had to clean up once I got into my apartment. There was a lot of little things, but one of the biggest things that I had to get used to was not watching the door. Like nobody's gonna come and walk into your stuff like you have a lock on your door. This is your apartment. I had to get used to that. I had to get used to that because that's what they were doing, especially in the middle of the night, coming in my room, waking me up or searching in my room while I'm sleeping. I had to get my body back to the fact like, oh, all right, this is your home. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to do that anymore. Like I said, I've been here like I didn't realize today I moved in this apartment the 31st of December. It is now the 8th of January. First of all, I didn't even know I've been in here that long. That's how much stuff was going on. I didn't even know I've been in here for 8 days already. That's number one. Number two, like I said, the fact of not watching the door, nobody's gonna come in anymore. Like, I'm doing pretty good with that. Actually doing great. Like, I'm not watching the door at all. Like, I'm not looking under the door for shadows or listening for sound. I'm not doing none of that at all. Like, I'm actually getting some of the best sleep I've got the past 2 years. Like, I haven't slept like this in a while. Like I said, I'm getting back in the habit of cooking for myself because that was one thing I did. Like I know how to cook. I was a big cooker. But for the past 2 years I wasn't able to do that. So I started getting used to not being able to cook and all of those things. So now I'm in my apartment. Like the first day I was looking at the stove like, what is that? Like, what is that? The second day I'm like, all right, bro, you're not gonna keep buying nothing to eat. The third day I actually used the oven. So you can see how it's going down. You can see how it's mixing. Like I said, another thing, I didn't go in my room last night. I finally went in my room and laid in my bed. Like I said, I've been here up until that point. I've been here for 7 days. I didn't even go in that room. I kept the room door like I said, when I did the initial mop and clean up the house. Closed that door and I didn't go in there. Last night was the first night I actually went in there. Like I'm like, hold on. what am I doing sleeping out here? Like, I have a whole apartment, I have a whole bedroom. Go in your room, go to sleep. So I went in my room, got in my bed. Even to that, like, I'm beginning, like, shoo. Like, sleeping in my own bed was beautiful. Like I said, up until that point, I've been here for 7 days. I didn't even go in that room. I did the initial clean, and then I closed the door and left. And last night, on the 7th day, I finally actually went in my room and laid in my bed. No, like, one thing, like I said, my back's not hurting. None of that stuff that I was going through for the past 2 years. Like, it seemed like with one, all I did was lay there. I didn't even really go to sleep. I dozed off, but then I got back up. That was like 20 minutes. But the fact that it was like my back stretched out, everything's like, I'm feeling great. Completely getting the past out of my head. Like, everything I went through to get me to this point, you would never forget. You would never forget something that's so significant in your life, but not dwelling in that spot. Like, I'm out of there. It's over. Getting out of that. I'm in my home now. It's time to get used to being here. And that's what I'm doing. Like, another thing, I'm big on top. Like I said, been here 8 days. Not in 10 days, I came up with a little 10-day strategy. Of course, if certain things are not complete, at least working on them. At least working on them. When I came here, there was a lot of things, a lot of habits, a lot of things that I was doing in that shelter that I refused to keep instilled in this apartment. Like, I came home, all that stuff that's behind me, all them habits that I had to pick up and how I had to get through, all that stuff is done, all that's dead, and I'm working on getting all of that. Completely doing the 180. Like I said, I never was, like, I've had a couple of people I knew, but these always been like close individuals. But even down to that point, I don't have any close, like, nobody, there's no coming to my house. There's no chilling. Like, I cut all ties with everybody. Like, I had certain relationships where it's all brand new from here. Everything's new. And there was a lot of old ways, old coping mechanisms and habits and things I was using to get through in that past life. This part of my life, I can't bring none of that with me. I don't bring none of that with me. And that's like perfect, like, even down to social media and things like that. Like, of course, I will, because I'm getting this page started, so I will be back up there to promote my page and things like that. But for the most part, it's no racking up friends, and I'm not doing none of that on social. It's none of that. If we can't be social in real life, it's none of that. If you're not, like, I understand the community that goes with being online, I understand that, but if you don't have nothing to do with that community, like, we're just racking up friends, like, I want 1,000 friends, now we're not doing that. Excuse me. We're not doing that. An apartment to myself. Be proud of yourself, first of all. Be proud of yourself. You got yourself to this point. You grounded your way out of whatever you had to ground your way out of, and you got to the breakthrough, you got to the blessing. People say what they want, do what they want. This was not easy. Not everybody could take this walk. You understand that. Whether they choose to understand that or don't want to understand that, that's on them. You understand that. You might not know exactly what it takes to get to this, but you know what you got to do. You got to this point. You and God got to this point. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between taking direction from people when people telling you, people just trying to help you. That's different. You don't never shade help. Your karma for shade, you're supposed to know how to discern all of that. Because your karma for shading help is when you really need it. And you're gonna think about that time when somebody came through and they offered what you needed, but they didn't present it how you wanted them to present it. So you shooed it off. Discern that. Know how to tell the difference between who's really helping, who's helping because. See, these people that's helping because, we don't have time for these people that's helping because our heart is not, we're not built like that. We help when we know that somebody needs help, not because it's going to do something for us. Because I need to stroke my own ego, so I'm going to help this person. No, this person needs help. Whether you're going to stroke it, doesn't matter. This person needs help. So we're going to learn how to tell who's who. Them people that's help you from the kindness of their heart, but because they're not presented the way you want them to be presented, stop that. Stop that, because you block your own blessing. Trust me, especially in the beginning of my walk, I blocked a lot of blessings that was meant for me because it wasn't wrapped the way I wanted it to be wrapped. And as soon as I stopped caring about what package you came into, the blessings that started coming to me, the blessings that started, I'm going to tell you, I was walking around, it was one day when it first happened to me, when I first stopped blocking my blessings. I had a pocket full of, I had money that was going to carry me through for the next month. But for the next 2 days, people were just giving me money for no apparent reason. Were just giving me money. For no reason. Like, I got money, I'm eating. I'm buying myself stuff. This stuff is being shown. People see that I can take care of myself. I'm not, like, through this journey, thank God that's always, you are the lender and not the borrower. So I took that as you don't ask nobody for nothing. If you don't got to get through it. There's been a lot of nights that I had to get through it. It's been a lot of nights because I didn't understand what that meant. It's been a lot of nights I had to get through it. My first year was hard. My first year trying to understand this walk was crazy. It wasn't until my second year that I started understand. Oh, okay, don't do this, don't do that, why'd you do that? Or why'd you don't do this, don't do that. To the point where everything just started flowing. I'm not even worried about certain stuff. Now I really got Now I can really keep concentrating on what these people trying to do to me. And I'm not worried about all this other stuff. The other stuff that I would usually have been worried about, all that stuff was done. God, I wrapped out all that, battled all that up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I didn't worry about it. And then this is what got me to this point. I think if I would have still been worried about half that stuff, I wouldn't be in my apartment right now. I would not be in my apartment right now. I would not be in my apartment right now. Those holidays, we sitting up, before I was sitting up there worried about why certain people didn't call. Now these past few holidays, nobody call. I'm not talking about children, I'm talking nobody. So why sit there and dwell about it? Nobody, bro. Nobody's gonna hit you up. You're not hitting nobody up. That's it. We're not dwelling about that. So now I'm incorporating myself with people who are around me, like I'm not dwelling about nothing. I tell you, from that day, I was like, yo, hold on. I looked at the person like, hold on, you put $5 in my, and it started rising. Person gave me the first person give me $5, next person give me 2 5s, then the next person give me 3 5s, then I get a 20. I'm all day for 2 days. Like what's going on? To the point where I started sharing it. Now I'm seeing certain people, oh, they in front of the supermarket, oh man, you got $1, oh, you going to get something to eat? What, you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry, go get something to eat. That's how I was able to do it. That's how I was able to do it. And like I said, I'm not bragging, but this is what God gave me. So I guess he wanted to see what I was going to do with the extra. And this is what I was doing. Giving it back to people on the street, giving it back to men and myself. I just need this to go get it. Go buy that and keep that money in your pocket. Yo, they was loving it. But I understood what it was for. God was watching to see what I do with extra. And this is what I did with the extra. Because I got it in my pocket to feed myself. Now I'm going to take the extra to feed everybody else. This is what I'm doing. To the point where I just left the shelter. And like I said, I had extra. Like to this point now, God never let me go, bro. Never. I always got it. Always. Like that's how God rolled. You can look at me and see what you want to see. Say what you want to say. I bet I won't ask you for nothing. I bet you won't catch me begging nobody for nothing. I could bet my bottom dollar that you won't see it. Cause that's how God is. That's what God did for me. That's how it goes. I make these videos, I want you to come out of that. This is not a brag, I got my apartment, because I got 2 pages already where I showed you the woes. Now I want to show you the highs. So I'm not up here bragging about, I got my apartment. See, I'm not doing none of that. I come to the realization, especially during this journey, that there's people going through something. So they need to see other people who went through something similar or harder, and they got through it, so that way you can give hope. I'm not here trying to gloat, trying to do anything, because truth be told, I'm not. How I look at it now, I don't want company. I don't want nobody in my crib. Let me tell you, I would never shun my children away. My children are my children. That's a different conversation. Other than that, I don't want nobody in my crib. I don't want nobody in my house. I'm loving the fact that I'm here by myself. I'm loving the fact that once I turn off this live, I can take my hoodie off and take my pants back off. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yo, somebody help me get this apartment. I wouldn't be this far without God, without her, without me. That's the order I put it in. God, me, her. I wouldn't be this far without her. Between her, between my children, that is it. They have all access pass. All access pass. Other than that, I don't want to see nobody's face. I don't want to be chilling here. I don't want to be doing none of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want to be around people who are not uplifting. You see, in my shelter, I had a season where, yeah, I was smoking weed. In my season, in my shelter, this is how God was getting me through. It's none of that in my house. It's none of that here. So we getting together to do what? What are we getting together to do? Ain't no smoking in my house. I'm not cooking for no people like I used to. All that old stuff, that's done. So what do we do? Check yourself. Self know. Do you know what you gotta do? You know how you gotta do it. You know the conversation you and God have. Listen, God is not speaking to me, you, him, her the same way. We all got different relationships with God. The most I can tell you is get through it. Because where he's leading you, of course, he's gonna take you through. You gotta go through the wilderness. He can't just give it to you. You know what people do when they just giving certain stuff but don't know how to take care of it, don't know how to steward it? So he's teaching you how to keep it. When he give it to you, to hold it. Keep it. At the same time, you gotta walk that walk, bucko. You gotta walk it. Ain't nobody immune to it. You gotta walk it. You don't have to go to no church to do it. Ain't no pastor gonna tell you how to walk your walk. He can help you. They can be your guide. But the conversation, the relationship you and God have, that's something different. Nobody can tell you about that. Walk. When you get that blessing, when you get that breakthrough you going through, you getting through, don't let all that stuff you came through, you went through, you've been through, don't let that be the reason why you don't enjoy yourself. Almost let it happen to me. I came here, I didn't know what to do. And then I said, hold on, this is my apartment, this is my. It's certain stuff I'm still. And when I know this shit, I'll be like, yo, nah, that gotta go. Like I said, I've been here for 8 days, 8th day. On day 7, I finally slept on my bed. On day 7. So this is not easy. But you gotta pick through. You gotta at least go towards it. You gotta at least go towards it. You can't, woe is me. You can't do that. That is not what you're gonna do. Don't do that. Cause trust me, it gets better from here. It gets better from here. It gets better from here. I thought when my apartment, I think this was the last shit. I'm still hearing blessings, breakthrough, like, yo, hold on, there's more. Let me get myself a tool. Let me get myself right. Because there's more. This is what you're telling me. There's more. I'm not even getting a chance to soak it in to get a chance to enjoy myself in my new home. And there's more breakthroughs and more blessings. Oh, I got to get myself in order. Don't sit there. Don't think that's it. Especially when you follow God. When you follow God, you're going to listen. When you speak His name, He's going to make sure you in a position where when you speak His name, it's looking right. It's feeling right. It's right. That was one thing I had to come to grips with. Because I want to do my YouTube now. And this is what it's not going to have me out here, woe is me, while I'm doing this. This is what my bread and butter, this is how I'm going to be able to provide for myself and others. And I'm up here, woe is me, talking about God. Yeah, no woe is me. What you see right now, you getting all the hair and all that, God's going to fix that up in His time. I ain't worried about that. I'm walking my path. God's going to fix it as I go. I couldn't believe that. Like I said, my dreams, because a lot of things come to my dreams. I'm saying, there's more blessings, more breakthrough. I'm like, hold on, there's more. What you went through, that wasn't easy. What got you to the point, that wasn't easy. And how many times, I don't care what it looked like, you didn't turn your back on God. You didn't curse God. You kept going. That's what I did. Yo, it got bad. It got crazy. It got crazy from me. It got crazy. What they put me through before I left, that's what I said. The housing specialist, he did what he did. Because what they put me through before I left, it was disgusting what I had to go through. It was disgusting. But through that whole ordeal, I was not cursing God. I was letting them know the power of God. Because people was looking at me with their own eyes, and they was seeing certain stuff, and they was like, oh, I can't believe. But me, I didn't beg nobody for nothing. I ate every night, and not the food there. Not the food there. I ate every day. There was no day. To the point where I came here, I had to fast. That's how good I was eating. There was no day I didn't get up and go to the store. There was no day I couldn't do that. Oh, dang, money low. Yo, when money's finished in one spot, I had another car to get money over here. I've never experienced that a day in my life. Usually when certain money's done, that's it. Yo, money's done in this car, I get to pick up this car, start using this car. And got another car left? That's God. That is God. That is God. That is God. Finish one car, got another car money, and another car, about to use another car, and the last car I got ain't even being touched. I may never touch that car. I may just keep adding money to that car. That's God. That ain't me. Because I ain't know I wasn't controlling my money. I was always broke. You know, spending my money on everything I seen. That's God. Get up out of that place you in. Your breakthrough is here. Enjoy it. Whatever your breakthrough is, whatever you was praying to God for, whatever you was walking this path with God for, it's here. And you got it, it's here. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And like I said, this is all coming from experience. This is all coming from this. I'm getting on the live with the same hoodie on. Bro, I'm telling y'all, hair's not done. None of that. But when I get off this live, I'm going to get me something to eat. And I'm coming back upstairs into my apartment that God got for me. And I'm going to eat my food that God bought for me. I've been wanting for the past year. Shit, dang, I never had a falafel. Never. I've been telling myself, dang, I want to try one. I would like to try one. I don't know how falafel tastes. I would like to try one. I kind of knew when I got my home, like I wasn't gonna be able to cook the way I'm cooking, the way I'm used to cooking because of my nerves and things like that. So I would be limited. So I can't make a falafel in the house. There's a falafel truck downstairs. I go downstairs, go right down to the corner. Hey, let me get a falafel gyro. Let me get a falafel with rice. I can't tell you. That's how God works. That's how God works. That's how God works. Don't get your blessing or your breakthrough and be scared of it. Don't do that. Don't be scared of it. It's yours. It's what God got for you. It's what God handpicked, handcrafted, handmade, whatever. He handed it to you. He ain't handed that to nobody else. He handed it to you. So you better enjoy it. Because when you was going through, when you was broke, dusted, and disgusted, still getting breakthrough, you was appreciating him for that. Now he cleaning you up. And I'm not saying it to where it's nothing wrong. Enjoy it. It's yours. It's for you. He's cleaning you up. You are no longer broke, dusted, and disgusted. That is no longer your season. God took you out of that season. Enjoy where he brought you to. Enjoy where he carried you to. Enjoy it. And I'm going to be up here making sure I want to see the progress. I want to see how far y'all got. Because I'm going to show y'all how far I'm getting. Like I said, I gotta go out to the supermarket right now. I've been kind of stuck in that mode of buying myself stuff the way I'm still in the shelter. Yeah, right, bro. You got a big refrigerator right here. Go get your stuff the way you need to get your stuff. Put it in your refrigerator. Stop eating like stuff is gonna spoil you. Because it's not. You have a refrigerator. Go get you something you can cook because you have a stove. Now it's time to go look up some bed sheets and things like that because you finally opened your door and you laid in your bed. You realize you laid on plastic. I'm looking to see the progression because I'm showing my progression. Those are the things, those are a lot of things that I gotta tackle, walk through, get. Tackle yours, get through it, enjoy yourself, relax. You've been through it for the past, however long you've been through your wilderness, and God carried you out of the wilderness. It's time to enjoy yourself. I love you, family. Remember, God loves you. He put the love in me to love you. Enjoy your day.